Hi, I'm Dr. Pam Garcia, and many of you know that the type of therapy that I do with patients involves helping them to reframe their thinking so that they can easily switch out of unhealthy negative emotion and into healthy negative emotion. However, it is important to realize that sometimes you are having a healthy negative emotion, such as sadness, and you just need some time and space to process through this. There is a very human process of practicing unconditional self-acceptance of wherever you are in your feelings right now that I found so helpful for myself when I'm in such a headspace. So in that space of just practicing self-acceptance, sometimes it is just a question of sitting down with my feelings and allowing myself to release all of those negative thoughts and feelings out on a piece of paper. Sometimes I just use this after more traditional cognitive behavioral techniques that I apply to myself, and when there's a desire for me to do this type of work. My friends sometimes call it just emotional release. So just as you would clear the clutter out of a room, we sometimes want to clear the emotional clutter out of our brains and our hearts. This is really, if you think about it, far superior to stuffing with food, binging with alcohol or drugs, or using other methods, but they're basically just numbing you from your experience and possibly hurting you in the long run. It's also cheaper to sit with a pen and a paper, being present for your emotions as you'd be present for a friend. So all you do is you take a moment to sit with your journal, and then you just write down everything that's inside, everything that's going on, everything that's swirling and that is distracting you from being present right now. And as you write, you just observe your process with such an unconditional acceptance, just accepting whatever you're feeling, whatever you're thinking, and realizing that you are the thinker, not the thoughts. You are the feeler, not the emotions. So you are not bad, you just are. Then when you align with that space behind your experience and you feel you've released whatever you wanted to onto the page, I like to say, I now release all of this as I open myself for healing, and I open myself to all the good that awaits for me. Sometimes doing this can be an emotionally moving or even cathartic process for me. So in such a case, it's also good to follow it up with something soothing, like a settling cup of relaxing herbal tea, or an Epsom salt or fragrant bubble bath if you're able to do that. Ideally, I like to also take a nap or go to sleep for the night right afterwards. And if you're into meditating, I might also consider meditating a bit just before going to sleep as a way to reconnect, or even just after I wake up. And then after I meditate, I like to visualize healing energy permeating any place that seems to be calling for it, like my heart. Usually when I wake up in the morning, after such a process, I feel so much more clear and light. That isn't to say that you shouldn't also invoke all your regular good practices that are well-researched, like cognitive restructuring and use of positive psychology practices, like listing 3 things that are working and why you think they're working. Those are great things for you to do. It's very important for us to do to maintain a good, healthy mood. Listing your appreciations and gratitudes. These are really good for us, and we have research to support it. So keep up with your normal practices and just reserve this for whenever you just want a feeling of release coupled with self-acceptance. As I said before, when you're in a low mood, but it is still in that category where you've already shifted it to a healthy negative emotion, then you want to use this as a release technique. It really helps when your emotions are going wild and you're not in the headspace to be doing any more of the more academic types of heady types of methods, perhaps. You just want to be with your emotions. Thank you for listening. If you'd like to hear more, like and subscribe to my channel below.
This is my life, and I'm free to unfold.